Okay, guys, welcome back to our platform. It's getting cold, so I want my jacket. I feel so cold, man. Okay, so I want to talk about some countries. I actually watched a video on TikTok, and somebody was saying that some three countries are difficult to get. That their immigration procedures are so complicated for internationals. Please let me turn on my mic. Okay. Yeah, so I'm here to debunk that and I'll explain to you why. Yeah, the TikToker is actually saying that these three countries, their immigration procedure is hard for foreigners, and I really don't think what he was saying is true. Now, I'm going to explain to you so you understand exactly what he meant. First of all, which countries was this person talking about? He was talking about Switzerland. Switzerland is one of the countries, and he was saying that Switzerland is hard for foreigners, or let me say internationals, to maybe get visas to move to Switzerland. That's the first thing he said. And he equally said that it's so difficult for internationals, not like foreigners, right, to get odoro, like to get asylum in Switzerland. But I do not know how asylum operates in Switzerland. I haven't seek asylum before, and but I'm going to talk about the study option. Now, remember, this is my field, and I do intense research every day. I check embassy's website, so I know almost everything when I see a video. Now, he was saying that it's difficult, that the system is so complicated for students. No, the first thing international students need to understand is that if you make yourself complicated, you cannot get the visa, right? Now, why do I say if you make yourself complicated? First, some people don't follow instructions. An embassy will say that supply these documents, these documents, these documents. Instead of you supplying the documents, you will supply your own documents. That was not what the embassy said. So in that case, you cannot get a visa to Switzerland, right? And why do I say that Switzerland is not even difficult? See, it's not even difficult to get a visa to Switzerland. The first thing you need is that you need to understand that following instructions is very important or paramount. So first, the first thing you should put is follow your instructions, follow the embassy's website, then you know what you need to supply. Now, if you know what you need to supply, you definitely should have seen where they've written proof of funds and the amount that you need to supply. Where do you need to put the money? How much is the amount? First, let me tell you, I'm not just blabbing. There is one person who moved to Switzerland a few days back, and as I'm talking to you, someone booked a call with me when I was in Cameroon. As I'm talking, this video, I'm making this video from the Netherlands, right? This is our estate. So I just decided to leave the house to take some air, but it's quite cold outside here. So someone who booked a call with me, I think that call she booked on around August 9th, no, August 16 or 14, thereabout. Then I went for my visa on the 19th, got my visa on the 21st. Then I moved to this country. Then she wrote me a few days back that she's already in Switzerland. Now, when she booked this call, what did we discuss? She went to the embassy, and the embassy told her that the money in her bank account was not supposed to be in her bank account. And they told her what to do. So she came to me to confirm, which I told her, yes, what they told you is correct. But she was doubting which bank to transfer the money. Remember, I have always said in my videos that if you want to move to Switzerland, you should always remember that the money you are putting in your account in one of the banks, or let me say in one of your accounts in the banks, or in one of the banks, because your account must be in one of the banks. They call those group the FINAPS group. If you want to study in Switzerland, make sure your money is inside that bank. One of the branch, let me say an example of such branch of such banks is found in Cameroon, and only one, which is a Societe Generale SJC. I think something like that. Yeah, so if you want to move to Switzerland, make sure that your money is in that bank. I hope this mic is connected. So that is the first thing. Now, another thing you need to understand is that if you do not put this money in that particular bank, how do you intend to get a visa? It's not possible. So a student visa to Switzerland is very easy to get. You just need to have your money. And I think it's pretty easy than even some countries. First thing first, make sure you have money, then you follow the instructions, because without you following instructions you cannot get that visa. This is not even a joke. I'm just telling you facts. So you should put all these things into consideration so that at the end of the day, you don't say it's difficult. So to that TikToker who was saying that Switzerland is difficult, I don't know about the asylum side, but I know to get a study visa is quite easy if you have money and follow instructions. The next country he made mention of is Denmark. Now, I want to also inform you that Denmark is one of the easiest countries to follow and go in as a student. Now, why do I say so? The first thing is, when you get admission to a Danish university, you need to be ready to pay tuition, because after 14 days, that's the date you must pay. In fact, if you get admissions within 14 days, you haven't paid, they will take your offer and give to another person, right? So you must be willing to pay by the 14th day. In fact, you cannot be paying on the 14th day, because the money needs to go from one bank account to the next to reach Denmark, right? So now, when you pay this money, the school is going to approve your visa application, like your visa documents, and then you can now begin the application. But you are not the one starting the application. The university start filling the forms, then they send the forms to you, then you fill another section, then send back to them before you can proceed with the VFS Global application, or the stuff you need to do with VFS Global for visa application I'm talking about here. Okay, now remember, you have to go to the embassy with documents. Now, if you fail to go with those documents, how do you intend to get it? Denmark is relatively easy to go in with a student visa. I do not know about asylum. I don't know what it means to seek asylum in any of these countries I just mentioned. But I'm just telling you, I know two Cameroonians in Denmark, one at the University of Aalborg and the other one at Technical University of Copenhagen. The one at Technical University of Copenhagen is actually from my village. Yes, then the one who is now at the University of Aalborg, she doesn't even know I know her, but she is there. So you should understand this, and visa application is from Nigeria. So don't say it's difficult. You just need money and requirements, because if you do not know what you are doing, you can't go in, right? So that's something we should always put into consideration. We shouldn't be saying it's hard. It's not hard. Nothing is hard again. You just need certain things to do, and of course money must be in your pocket. So note this down. Now, another thing you should put into consideration is, if the embassy says supply these documents and you do not supply them, how do you expect to get the visa? That is one thing. Many people don't know about this. I was talking to somebody last time that you have to get a student visa to Lithuania. It's not a student visa, by the way. It is called the temporary residence permit, right? It is called temporary residence permit because it is a card. It's like an identity card. They are going to give it to you. You go into Lithuania. When it expires, you renew it again, depending on the duration of your studies, right? Now, I was telling somebody that you can only get it from South Africa or UAE, and now I know someone who got it from Turkey, but the person relocated from Cyprus to Turkey. And equally, someone is in Philippines now waiting for her own to be approved. But they don't understand because they don't read the website. They think, some of them even think the Schengen visa is the same thing as a student visa. You can get Schengen visa anywhere. There are some embassies that will tell you go to this one and get their Schengen visa. But student visa is a different ball game. Schengen visa is not a temporary residence permit. Most people don't know this. So I understood that this man was arguing based on the fact that I said visa, but they don't understand. Now, so Denmark, it's easy to get a study visa to Denmark than anything, right? Just follow instructions, because first, after admissions, you will have to pay tuition deposit. Every country that is asking you to do blocked account, tuition deposit of at least millions, you have to be wise with it and supply the right documents so that they can approve your visa. It's very easy. Now, this person also mentioned my own country, which is the Netherlands. Now, yes, let's talk about it. I want us to talk about the Netherlands because I'm here. I've been reading a lot about the Netherlands. And I think, brother, well, I don't know if the TikToker is going to watch me on YouTube, but the information he gave wasn't true. Look, Netherlands is the easiest country to get a student visa as I'm talking to you right now. Approval rate is at least 99.99%. Why do I say so? You need to just give money to the school, right? You are not even the one applying for your visa. The school does the application for you. You just need to give them the money. Then you relax and sit. The school applies for it. The government approves it from here. Then the school sends the confirmation to you. Then you take the confirmation, book appointment, and go to the embassy. The embassies are located in two places in Africa. You have one in Ghana and one in Benin Republic in Cotonou. That's where I got my own when I went for MVV, right? Because they are going to stamp a 3 months visa for you. Then when you come into the Netherlands, like I'm talking from the Netherlands now, what will happen is you will now get your accommodation contract, right? You go to the municipality, get a BSN number, then you use it and open a bank account. Then you go to IND, and then you do your biometrics, like I've done mine already. Then after that, they will send you an email to go for TB test. Then when you finish with that, now they will now tell you your permit is ready, right? You do the TB test and everything will be okay. That is how basically the procedure works. But if you do not do it that way, at the end of the day, maybe they say do this, you don't do it, then you will say visa is difficult. For as Odoro in this country, I do not know. Okay, there is someone who was trying to ask for Odoro here, but I lost contact with this person, so I don't know how it operates. But if it's that you are talking about a student visa, no. It's quite easy, except that you were saying that, or you are actually saying that in terms of finance, it's relatively expensive, and sometimes you may not be able to supply the money that you need in order for them to apply for your visa, or before you can apply for your visa. If it's that way, I can understand. But he didn't mention money. He was basically saying that their immigration is so complicated. Remember, in the Netherlands, it is the school applying for your visa. Many people don't know. Well, if you do your research, you will know, because if you have interest in a country, the first thing you need to do is what? Watch videos on YouTube, check Google, check embassy's website. But many people don't do it. You cannot get all this information from Facebook. Even if I want to post a video from Facebook on Facebook, it can't be this long, right? So my last advice is, if you want to japa, make sure that you are doing your own research. Make sure that you are doing your own research. See you again.